What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some interesting topics, and we're starting off with the Nintendo Switch Online playtest program that recently applications went up and they were filled up in an instant. So many people weren't even able to get in despite being right there at 8 a.m/11 a.m. Eastern time. Now, luckily for me, I was able to get in and I was selected. I just was right there, right at the moment, refreshed it, boom, popped right up, said I was selected. But before we get further into this, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get the best Nintendo Switch RPG and live stream content as soon as it drops. Now, I knew this was going to go fast. That's why I was preparing and getting ready to be right there. But apparently so many other people were online and didn't get selected. So I'm sorry about that for those who didn't get selected. But if you did get selected, let me know in the comment section below. But we have more information on what this could possibly be and some of the rules that's going to be going down with this playtest. So shout outs to Oatmeal Dome over on Twitter, and he had this to say: NSO playtest. Note, players will not be able to talk about the contents of the playtest. You must accept an NDA before the software can be downloaded. And then he also said, pretty sure there will be people who post to social media about it within the first 5 minutes regardless. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. The next bit of information is that it says to download the test software. To download the test software, you must have at least approximately 2.2 gigabytes of available space on your Nintendo Switch system's internal storage or a micro SD card. The download code is valid. The test software can be downloaded until the time. Nintendo accounts that were not selected for this playtest may not participate in it. Download codes cannot be reissued. To view your download code again, visit the playtest participant site. In addition, download codes cannot be reused. Please use the download code with the Nintendo account that can participate in this playtest. So you can't really give it to someone else. You can't really exchange it or do other types of stuff like that. It's only going to be available for that Nintendo account. It's going to be tied to that Nintendo account, so it won't work if somebody's trying to use a different Nintendo account, because I've already seen people put up some type of crazy type of things like, oh, I want to sell the code or I want to buy it from someone. Well, don't do any of that, because it's not going to work at all, and Nintendo will find out, and obviously that's not going to be a good thing for your account, especially if you have like digital games and your account gets shut down. So you don't want that to happen. Now, another interesting thing is that 2.2 gigabytes when it comes to the software. So exactly what's that going to be? I think that's kind of large for a streaming client, right? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So I wonder what it is. Could it be a certain type of game that's happening, or maybe like a whole new overhaul of a system that's going on? It seems like it's going to be something substantial, because a client would probably be less in size, especially for the Nintendo Switch. So it really brings up a lot of questions of what this actually is. Exactly what is this going to be? Because it does seem like it's going to be more substantial than we've seen in the past when it comes to what Nintendo does. Of course, I won't be talking about it. I won't be leaking anything from there since I was selected, but I'm pretty sure somebody else will probably say something. I will say nothing of my own experience, but somebody else will absolutely say something, considering it's just going to be a bunch of people that they've asked to go in there. It's not like it's content creators or people that they can tie or bind to all the different social media. Your Nintendo Switch Online account isn't going to be connected to Twitter, or isn't going to be connected to TikTok, or connected to a bunch of other different places where you can just say, hey, this is what it was, you know? So I think that, yeah, that's probably not going to work too much, but it has to be something somewhat big. I think at this point, when you look at an NDA, when you look at a playtest with 10,000 people plus, when you look at the signups, when you look at a feature that they're testing, you look at the time that it's being done, you look at the period that it's being done, it's obviously something that's going to be pretty big, or something that Nintendo knows they have to make sure that they nail before they release it. They've had some issues with some of the online stuff. We saw like with the Nintendo Switch Online, the original, like back when they were first releasing that, they had to delay that and keep it free when it came to online play for like a year or so plus after the Nintendo Switch launched. So they had issues with that. They've done play tests before with different games where they just let people, you know, kind of come in and play test them. And it's usually for something big, whether it's a demo for a game like ARMS or Splatoon Global Test Fire, but it's always something substantial when they ask people to kind of join in and play test something. So I'm guessing this could be, I'm going to just guess based off of what I talked about before, it could be like Nintendo Switch online streaming. That's what I'm guessing. You're going to be able to stream your games directly from their servers to your system, and maybe even offer a new system as well. So that could be like GameCube, or that could be more systems in the future, or even a service that does streaming way better, and like cloud service and all that, and it ties everything back together. I'm thinking it's something substantial, because Nintendo has never done this type of thing before. They've done a lot of different stuff before, but they've never done a play test like this when it comes to NDAs, when it comes to all of that. Usually it's just been, okay, hey, they just put out something like for a game, for example, and people just know, okay, it's a global test fire, or it's a test punch, or whatever. But they've never done anything like this since I've been covering them, since the Wii/Wii U era. So I'm very excited to see what this could be. Obviously, any new features that they add to Nintendo Switch Online is 100% needed, because they want to make sure that they keep a fresh service, that they keep on improving and getting better things in. And while Nintendo Switch Online is okay for how much you pay for it, there's definitely room to get better. There's definitely room to grow and improve the service. So if this is something that they can add on for the Nintendo Switch, and potentially even the Nintendo Switch 2, in terms of a new feature set, and get it tested and get it ready to go, and have it ready when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2 and of course Nintendo Switch, that will be great. That will be something that'll be good, and they can actually improve the memberships, because I know that they're increasing a bit, but it's not like it's increasing a ton considering how many people have the Nintendo Switch. They need to get more people to buy this service. At least that's what I think they are thinking. So maybe this is going to be a big step into getting more people to actually get into the service. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to Nintendo Switch Online and the potential features this could be? Could it be achievement system? Some people have put that out there. Could it be a voice chat, party chat type of thing? I mean, it's possible. Could it be something else completely? Let me know in the comments what you think. But we are going to move on to the next topic here, guys, and we've got Mario and Luigi Brothership. We've got a brand new overview trailer, and it gives us more information about the combat mechanics, more information about Luigi's logic, Concordia, and exactly how you're going to be traversing through this really cool revitalization of the Mario and Luigi RPG series. So let's get into just the details, the latest details. So a mysterious power has fractured the world of Concordia into many scattered islands, and it's up to Mario and Luigi to reconnect them. Venture out on Ship-Shape Island, part ship, part island, you get that, right? And launch out of its cannon to visit, explore, and quest through a variety of different islands, ranging from tropical rainforests to bustling cities. Meet helpful new friends like Connie and Snoutlet, who's definitely not a pig, and encounter familiar characters from the Mushroom Kingdom like Peach and Bowser. To reconnect to Concordia, you'll need to harness the power of Mario and Luigi's brotherly bond to overcome challenges. Use bros moves to bypass obstacles, like combining the Mustachio duo into a ball, or by throwing fire and ice balls to melt or freeze any impediments. Take advantage of the powerful bros attacks like the Zapparator in a dynamic twist on turn-based combat, where well-timed attacks, dodges, and counterattacks are the key to defeating foes. Don't forget to equip battle plugs that can grant you strategic advantages, like creating a shockwave to damage multiple enemies, or guaranteed critical hits against flying enemies. Experiment with creative combinations to layer different effects and see what happens. Plus, discover the power of Luigi's inventive mind with Luigi Logic, which can lend a helping hand during exploration and boss battles alike. While his flashes of inspiration can be unconventional at times, they help Mario with solving puzzles, collecting items, and dealing big damage to even bigger baddies. So Mario and Luigi Brothership is due out for the Nintendo Switch on November 7th, and we will be buying, we will be playing, we will be covering, and we will be streaming this game, because Mario and Luigi is back for the first time in about a decade, and it looks better than ever. The art style is absolutely perfect, going from what they used to use, that pixel sprite kind of animation art and all of that, and they're jumping up multiple generations in power. The last time that we saw this was what, 3DS, when they were making stuff, right? So we skipped the Wii. There was nothing on the Wii. Obviously, we got nothing on the Wii U overall, and finally now with the Nintendo Switch. So that is a massive jump from 3DS to the Nintendo Switch, and I think that it looks so good. I think that they nailed the art style for what they're trying to do with the Mario and Luigi series, and I just have to say, like, Mario RPG fans, we're blessed at this point. Super Mario RPG Remake at the end of last year. We got Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door earlier this year. In addition to Mario and Luigi Brothership, and all of the games offer a very different type of Mario experience, despite all of them being turn-based Mario games. That's how much variety in terms of the Mario RPGs there have been over the years, because you can have somebody that loves all three, hates all three, only likes Mario and Luigi, doesn't like Super Mario RPG, or doesn't like Paper Mario, or just likes Paper Mario and doesn't like Mario and Luigi, and all of that. So that's how different each one of these games are. So that's a testament to the developers actually making a same IP, Mario, but doing it in different types of ways through the aesthetics, in addition to the gameplay mechanics as well, despite they all share a little bit of the same DNA of timing your button presses when it comes to offense and defense, but done in very different ways. So I'm very excited for Mario and Luigi Brothership. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I hope that it's going to be a game that's good enough to get into my top 6 game of the year type of thing, just because this year's been interesting for Nintendo. We know that most of their big developers have already moved on to the Nintendo Switch 2, so we're not getting the biggest games. We already got stuff like Pikmin 4, and we got Super Mario Bros. Wonder and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom back in 2023. We already got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 back in 2022. There's already been a number of high-profile big releases from their best studios that released their stuff, and they're all working on that next thing. But I think that it hasn't been a terrible last year in comparison to what Nintendo's done before in the past when it comes to like the 3DS's last year or the Wii U's last year. I mean, it was not even close. This has been so much better. So this is definitely awesome to see. So for me, this might be the best Nintendo Switch first party game of the year, in my opinion, at least. So what do you guys think about Mario and Luigi Brothership? The new footage here, what they're showing off with the combat and the gameplay, I think it looks incredible. Very excited to get into all the different bros attacks and the new combat system, and of course the exploration and the platform that they have in the overworld as well. It's a nice mix to kind of break up those turn-based combat. Very interactive and cool looking. I love the ideas that they've put into this. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. But now we're going to move on to the final topic, and we're talking about The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and kind of discussing the continuation of this game that continues to do well in Japan. We do have sales numbers, so I want to let you guys know about that. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom sold another 48,208 units, and why this is important, I think, for this type of game to do well is because I think that that could spawn off more Zelda games, Princess Zelda games, maybe even having her own line outside of top-down 2D Zelda, outside of the regular mainline 3D Zelda games. Maybe there could even be a line of Princess Zelda games as well if this one does very well. And I know that Nintendo's looking at that overall. What's the reception? How are people playing it? What's the long-term sales like? Does it help push what we're doing hardware-wise? What's going on here with this game? They're looking at every single piece when it comes to analytics, and so far so good. Over 250,000 physical units sold just in Japan by itself. When it comes to the past week in Famitsu, this was from September 30th, 2024 to October 6th, 2024, and in the 2 weeks The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom has been out, it's totaled up over 150,000 units, especially when you consider digital sales, which you can tack on maybe about another 20-30% or so. You're looking at 300,000 units plus for this game. So that is absolutely good so far, just in one region. And from what we understand when it comes to the eShop, in multiple other regions, it's #1 there and still a top seller on Amazon. So it seems like Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, while it's not going to sell as big as Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild overall, we all know that. I think that it has a very good chance at matching or surpassing what Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening did and some of the other 2D Zelda games, some of the best selling ones out there. So very excited to see that. The Nintendo Switch system also continues to dominate in Japan. It sold 63,807 units, and it's totaled over 34 million units in Japan. It is already the best-selling system of all time, and it continues to further its lead to maybe uncatchable territory when it's all said and done. So seeing that the Nintendo Switch is still selling, I've said this before, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again, I think that Nintendo's going to carry this momentum right into the Nintendo Switch 2. fans are still hungry for the Switch as a hybrid platform dedicated playing games anywhere that you want. And I think that that branding, that name, that Nintendo whatever magic that they have overall is something that they really found a certain thing that they can be successful with for multiple generations, and not having to completely upend the tea table every time, or go into something thinking, oh, we don't know if this is going to be something where people are going to be excited about, like the Wii to the Wii U, or like the GameCube to the Wii, or some of their other transitions that they've had. And they've got games consistently coming out. Echoes of Wisdom just coming out. Mario Party Jamboree still coming out. Still have Mario and Luigi Brothership coming out. Next year, we've got Pokemon Legends ZA. We've still got Metroid Prime 4. I think they're just going to roll right into that next thing. Have games that can be updated and enhancements in addition to brand new big titles as well. So this is going to be very interesting to see how the Nintendo Switch continues its kind of reign that it's going on in Japan, in addition to Nintendo Switch software that continues to come out. How is Jamboree going to do? How is Mario and Luigi going to do? I think those are going to have good sales periods in Japan and worldwide as well. If you look through the whole top 10, it's just a bunch of Nintendo Switch games. Good stuff to Echoes of Wisdom. It's a fantastic game playing through myself. What do you guys think overall when it comes to everything that we discussed here, from the new feature and playtest of the Nintendo Switch Online and some of the rules, in addition to Mario and Luigi Brothership and Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the Nintendo Switch, and the momentum to the next platform? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch and RPG content right here on screen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.